You've got the itch for more lumens, right? You want something that wakes up the dead and melts their rotting faces off. But sometimes big bright flashlights aren't practical when you need less light, or don't feel like melting faces. Sometimes you want to read a classic, or spend a relaxing day off in your dingy cellar fixing your boiler, because I guess boilers are still a thing. So how about a light that does it all, like the DDT40 from Imalent, part of their Shark series, whatever that means. You can mount it on a tripod, use it as a soft light lamp, or create an unstoppable wall of light for no reason at all. And while it might be quicker to discuss the things this light can't do, like eat the last of the rocky road, let's keep this a positive flashlight video and discuss the many things it can do. The DDT40 might look like it runs on cold fusion or comes from a 1980s James Cameron movie, but it just runs off 4 18650 lithium-ion batteries, but doesn't erase the painful memory of Avatar. The DDT40 also has a built-in charger, in case you don't already have one. Imalent suggests you use protected batteries for safety and performance, especially if you're using the built-in charger. Up front you get 4 cool white tinted XML2 LEDs, and on either side you get an XPL emitter behind a diffuser, which scatters nice soft light around the general area. You might also have noticed a screen and lots of buttons, because you're into screens. First, the OLED screen, while not being a touchscreen, gives you a lot of information like a built-in compass, the operating temperature of the flashlight, the battery voltage, light output level for the front and side LEDs, low battery indicator, and it also allows you to check your Tinder. Okay, I was joking about that last part. It also has side ports that allow you to control some of the light's features with the included remote control, if you're lazy or like the idea of a flashlight being operated like a tricked out Honda. Okay, so how do you operate the light? Well, the user interface isn't complicated, but you need to make sure you're hitting the right buttons. I find it easiest if you hold the light with the power button facing down. Okay, so put in 4 of those 18650 batteries, all facing the same way. First you have an on and off switch. Cool. Turn it on. Okay, now that it's on, you'll see it's pumping out the default 4000 manufacturer rated lumens. Every time you switch on the light in standard flashlight mode, or spotlight as the manual calls it, it starts in 4000 lumens even if you try to talk to it sternly. And it doesn't have mode memory. Okay, so let's change the output. There are 2 LED touch sensors facing upward near the information screen. One is up, one is down. You can turn it up to 4000 lumens and all the way down to 5 lumens, but in pre-programmed increments. Alright, how about the floodlight? On the side there's a silver button. Click it once and you've activated the work light. You can change the output the same way you change the output of the general flashlight mode, from 5 lumens all the way to 1180 lumens. The floodlight mode does have mode memory, even though standard mode didn't. Okay, now turn it off. Then quickly turn it back on, or slowly, I don't care. The light will turn on in the operating mode you used, so if you use general flashlight mode last, it comes on at 4000 lumens, or if you used work light mode last, it will come on in the last lumen output you used it in. Remember, work light has mode memory and spotlight does not. Okay, so what's up with that other silver button? Remember, the first silver button you pressed allows you to switch between flood and spotlight mode. This one allows you to turn on and off the OLED screen or display the pertinent information you'd like. Now what about that remote? To use it, aim the remote towards one of the 2 receiver ports, which look like this. You can turn on and off the light, alternate between spot and flood, scroll through the 3 strobe modes including strobe, beacon, and the Siemens favorite, SOS, and finally change brightness level. Also, the remote runs on a tiny alkaline battery that looks like this. Okay, so what else? Since this light has many different output modes, I'll do a few runtime tests. I use a time-lapse feature on my camera, and the clock you see in the picture shows the actual time of day. 4000 lumen mode starts bright, steps down a bit in the first few minutes, and maintains mostly constant brightness for a total runtime of about 2 hours and 10 minutes. (2000 lumen mode tapers at the beginning minimally, then maintains a mostly constant brightness for nearly 2.5 hours before shutting off. You'll notice floodlight, or work light mode as I seem to call it, runs nearly constant for 5 hours before a 10-minute drop in brightness, then the low battery indicator flashes on the screen and shuts off at a little over 5 hours and 10 minutes. All runtime tests were performed with the Sanyo 18650 2600 mAh battery with a model number of UR18650FM in case you'd like to Google the model number and then find them to buy. Alright, so how about a few beam shots between other smaller 700 to 1000 lumen range lights first, then followed by 4 bigger lights, including the DDT40, that pump out roughly 3 times as many lumens. The big flashlights are all in the 2000 to 4000 manufacturer rated lumen range. I'll let you be the judge on what light wins. Some lights throw better, some lights have more spill. My camera was set to manual during this test. You'll see the camera settings on each different beam shot and the distance in feet between the object I'm shining it at. All lights in the test were set to their maximum output because that's how flashlight science works. You'll see the name of the light at the top of the screen and how many LED emitters it uses if it uses more than one. So, what about some opinions and stuff? First, what comes with the light? A brown box, the light, a warranty card, instructions, a holster, spare O-rings, a remote, and a charger plug. Awesome. Okay, so how about some opinions? It tail stands extremely well, which is important if you want to use floodlight mode. The tripod thread works well on standard photo and video tripods. It's waterproof to IPX8 standards, so you're cool to drop it in shallow water or use it in the rain. While it would be nice if the standard flashlight mode had mode memory, at least the work light or floodlight mode does, so that's cool. The light's made from all high quality parts, and it's small for the amount of light it outputs. It'd also be a little less confusing if there'd be less buttons, unless you're one of those people who likes pressing buttons. Okay, so how accurate is that compass? Well, I'll put it next to my high-tech iPhone compass and let you judge for yourself. And if you would have preferred an Android compass, well, go make your own damn flashlight video. Let's just say I wouldn't want to get lost in the woods if this is your only compass. Alright, let's see. The tail threads are square cut and anodized, so they should provide a long life if you use the flashlight a lot. Oh, and I almost forgot. The most important part. Accessing the 3 strobe modes without the remote. First, turn it on with the big button on the bottom, then press and hold the left button to access strobe. Give it a long press again, and you get beacon, just like the screen says. And one last time, and you get SOS. Remember, it's a long press. Oh, and what seems to be a first? You can dim the strobes. I guess flashlight manufacturers now have to up their game in the strobe category. Great. This light was provided for review by Imalent. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like this video.